Carter's mom has made a pretty remarkable decision. She has decided she wants the world to see the death scene, where the bathroom where Aaron was found dead. And the reason for this is she is calling out the police and feels like they did not do a proper investigation here, because she is certainly insinuating that there may have been foul play involved in Aaron Carter's death.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. Drop a shout out in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe to stay up to date with the latest in Hollywood goodness. Hope you all enjoy what comes next.
Oh, well, the first day, I got a call. The first thing, I got a call from my daughter, Angel, and she said that Aaron was found in the pool. So then I found out later that he was found in a tub, and it just, everything, the stories just kind of kept changing.
If you thought Diddy's legal meltdown was just another celebrity scandal, you're wrong. This isn't some tabloid fluff. It's an unraveling web of abuse, corruption, and death. Diddy's desperate to delay his federal trial. And the bodies, the scandals, and the lies are stacking up faster than his legal bills. Aaron Carter tried to warn us. Justin Bieber barely escaped, and Hollywood's dirtiest secrets are clawing their way into the light. Get ready, because once you see what's been buried, you'll never look at fame the same way again.
Aaron Carter was despicable, though, because he begged for her to help get him a private security team to keep him alive. He said on numerous occasions, if anything happens to me, I promise you, I am not vital. And no one said anything.
It's official. Diddy's reputation isn't just bruised, it's being bulldozed into oblivion. Facing 5 federal charges, a racketeering case, and now 3 new victims joining the lawsuit, Diddy's lawyers are scrambling like cockroaches when the kitchen light turns on. They begged the judge for a 2-month delay, whining about too much new evidence and insufficient time to prepare. Mind you, this is a man with 4 powerhouse law firms at his beck and call, and somehow they're still crying for mercy. The judge? Stone cold. He ruled, no delay, jury selection starts May 5th, no favors, no extensions, no escape. And here's the kicker. Diddy's legal team already knew about the evidence. They've been posturing for months, telling anyone who would listen that they were ready for trial. Turns out, they were only ready if the evidence conveniently disappeared. Spoiler alert, it didn't. And what's coming next for Diddy in that courtroom? It'll make surviving Coachella traffic look easy.
Of music mogul Sean Diddy Combs, a judge has denied his request to delay the proceedings, and that means jury selection could start in just weeks. ABC's Phil Lipoff is tracking this case. Good morning, Phil.
Yeah, Gio, good morning. It looks like it's going to. Sean Combs' trial date is set to go on as expected Friday. A judge ruled Combs' criminal trial will begin next month as scheduled after he denied the defense's request for a 2-month adjournment. The trial is set to begin May 5th with jury selection. The judge said it was unclear why there isn't sufficient time to prepare, especially since 4 different law firms are now representing him. The judge agreed, however, to allow alleged victims to testify under pseudonyms, but one star witness, Diddy's ex, Cassie Ventura, is expected to testify under her own name. She filed, you'll remember, a quickly settled civil lawsuit against Combs. The judge agreed with a defense request to receive outtakes of interviews conducted for a documentary produced by Warner Brothers. Those interviews were conducted with potential trial witnesses. Combs appeared in Jailhouse Beige on Friday and was given a moment at the end of the hearing to communicate with his mother and one of his sons. He told them, "I love you and we're good." He has pleaded, we should mention, not guilty to all 5 federal counts and maintained his innocence in the civil suit that was settled out of court.
Aaron Carter's death was rushed into the case closed file faster than you can say media cover-up. Found dead in a bathtub, they slapped the label overdose on it like a cheap bumper sticker. Despite glaring inconsistencies, first off, no water in his lungs. Let me say that louder for the people in the back. No, water in his lungs. If you're supposedly drowning in a tub, your lungs should look like they just hosted a pool party. Instead, bone dry. Aaron's mother, Jane Schneck, didn't just grieve, she fought back. She blasted crime scene photos all over social media. Green-stained water, suspicious smears on the floor, towels neatly arranged like it was staged for a cheap Netflix drama. It wasn't just bizarre, it was insulting. And the police? They were too busy playing Candy Crush to notice, apparently. They closed the case without even treating the scene like a possible homicide, but what Aaron said in his final days will chill you to the bone.
Bunch of videos that have recently resurfaced because of all these speculations and allegations about Diddy possibly being involved with Aaron Carter's passing. And one of the craziest, most damning pieces of evidence, in my opinion, is the fact that Aaron released this TikTok video literally 2 days prior to him disappearing and being gone unalived forever.
A silence breaker for my brother, who is a rapist, and now they're after my life. My whole family is after my life, and they're setting me up. And Sony Records owes me $3.5 million, and they don't want to pay me, and it would be in their better interest, just like Michael told me, and Brad Paisley, who sued Sony Records for $10 million. They owe me money, and they're trying to me off. And I'm begging you and I'm pleading you, help me raise $100,000 as soon as I can so I can move to an undisclosed location where I am safe. My realtor won't sell my house. They're all involved in this, and they're trying to keep me there. They had cops come and check for a rope in my garage saying I wanted to hang myself. So please trust what I'm saying.
Following developing news tonight in Lancaster, where pop star Aaron Carter has died at the age of 34.
Yeah, the troubled performer grew up in the limelight, but he was in and out of rehab several times in his short life. Chris Wolf is live for us in Lancaster. He's got more on this. Chris?
Yeah, Rick, MB, the street is now cleared. People have been moving in and out of that home behind me all day. And tonight we heard from some of those closest to Aaron Carter, and they all say the same thing. They all share stories of a very kind, loving, caring, humble, yet troubled young man.
2 days before his death, Aaron Carter wasn't partying. He wasn't spiraling. He was begging, screaming into the void for someone, anyone, to protect him. He posted a desperate TikTok, accusing Sony Records of owing him millions, claiming people were plotting to off him and warning that he was not suicidal. His voice was shaking. His eyes darted. This wasn't some clout-chasing meltdown. It was a terrified man being hunted. When he died, his phone, his constant companion, wasn't in the bathroom. It wasn't near his body. It was locked in his car in the driveway. Aaron Carter without his phone is like a Kardashian without a camera crew. It just doesn't happen. So what really went down in that house that night? Because what Aaron knew might have been enough to take down some of Hollywood's biggest names.
The fact that Aaron's phone was actually found in his car in the driveway. Aaron was known to always have his phone on him. He was always on his phone. He was never not on it. He was always posting online, listening to music, talking to people, texting. There was never a moment that Aaron was seen without his phone. So when his phone was found in his car in the driveway, far away from his body where he was found, and he was going to take a bath too. If I'm going to take a bath, I always bring my phone in there because I'm probably watching videos or listening to music or something. Just very strange that a guy who always had his phone on him did not have his phone on him or even near him when he passed. Now, Aaron was not examined by the same medical examiner, Ed Winter, that all the other celebrities were. Ed actually passed away, like I mentioned, but it was the same coroner's office, the same medical examiner's office performing the autopsy. So the likelihood that if Diddy controlled somebody in that area, or if Diddy has any sort of hold on the medical examiner's office or the police of LA County, then it's very likely that that reach did not just extend to one person. It is likely over the entire department, the entire system that they have in place up.
Diddy didn't just stumble into Aaron Carter's world. He helped build the trap. Aaron got signed to Jive Records, a subsidiary of Sony, the same company tied to Bad Boy Entertainment. By age 9, Aaron was rubbing shoulders with the likes of Diddy. By age 15, he had 4 platinum records, but behind the glitter was a hellstorm. The parties, the handlers, the contracts you're too young to even understand. And when Aaron started speaking out, the industry machine shifted gears. No more protection, no more tour opportunities, just lawsuits, betrayals, and silence. And Diddy? He wasn't just part of the machine, he was the machine. And Aaron wasn't the first child star to get crushed under it.
With his amazing rise to success, Aaron would be thrust into the entertainment industry and would be mingling with the most VIP elite of our society. And this is when, at the age of 9, he starts to mingle with people like Diddy. By the age of 15, Aaron had released 4 studio albums, all of which were gold, platinum performing records. On his second album, he had actually signed to a new record label, Jive Records. And Jive Records is a subsidiary company underneath the parent company, Sony Records. And Sony Records is also the parent company of Bad Boy Entertainment. And Bad Boy Entertainment signed over to them in 2002, I believe. The overlap there would definitely place Aaron Carter, who was the most massive child superstar on the planet, definitely in the same circles as people like Sean P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Brother Love Combs. And Sean Combs is one of the most notorious and influential people in the music industry. So
Aaron's story is Hollywood's worst kept secret, a dirty whisper that echoes through every red carpet. Usher, Justin Bieber, Demi Lovato, Macaulay Culkin. The names change, but the horror stories stay the same. Child stars aren't protected. They're marketed, manipulated, and discarded like broken toys. By the time Aaron reached adulthood, he wasn't a person to Hollywood. He was product, damaged goods they didn't need anymore. They pushed him toward drugs, toward self-destruction, then shrugged when he finally collapsed. Because in Hollywood, a broken star sells more headlines than a healthy one. And the people who knew better, they cashed the checks and looked the other way.
I go on my Twitter and I see people saying, "You look like you have AIDS, you should go die." I don't understand how I dedicated 22 years of my life to my fans, and now they turn on me.
Do you regret ever getting involved in...
I didn't have a choice. It got bad when I was about 15 years old.
Imagine growing up surrounded by monsters and realizing some of them share your DNA. Aaron wasn't just exploited by strangers. His own sister Leslie allegedly abused him when he was just a child. His own brother mistreated him. Backup dancers targeted him at 8 years old. Aaron's trauma wasn't just random, it was industrialized. By his family, by Hollywood, by an industry that feeds on innocence and leaves nothing but ashes. When Aaron cried for help, nobody came. When he exposed his pain on social media, they mocked him. And when he died, they rushed to spin the narrative. Troubled star overdoses. But Aaron's truth refused to die with him.
Aaron Carter dropping a major bombshell on Thursday, alleging on Twitter that his late sister Leslie, who died in 2012, sexually abused him when he was a child. In a series of tweets, the singer explained, quote, "My sister raped me from the age of 10 to 13 years old when she wasn't on her medications." He also alleged, "I was abused not only sexually by her, but by my first 2 backup dancers when I was 8 years old, and my brother abused me my whole life."
Your system is still so weak that it can't fight off, a yeast infection.
Sorry, my part is just like,
so
you guys got to understand out there, like, this is like, no, I know this is kind of like, it's giving me anxiety, okay? So my heart is racing. I did not take any medications before I came here. I haven't in actually a couple of days because I wanted to try to wean myself off of this.
But then one of the things I also noticed when you met with Dr. Jorge, you opened up and expressed your concerns that you're worried you have HIV.
Absolutely.
I know you recently came out as bisexual.
Yes.
Is that one of the other reasons that's had you concerned? Because you admitted on the tape piece that you say, "I haven't always been safe sexually."
Absolutely, no, and that's a fact. I haven't always been safe sexually, and I have no qualms in saying that. There's nothing wrong.
If you still think this sounds like a conspiracy theory, Kanye West would like a word. Ye blew the whistle loud and clear. Hollywood doesn't just corrupt, it controls. Kanye named his former trainer Harley Pasternak as a celebrity handler, someone who manipulates, drugs, and silences rebellious stars. Guess who else worked with Harley? Aaron Carter? Coincidence? Or the missing link in Aaron's final days? Kanye even revealed text messages where Harley threatened to institutionalize him into a zombified state. If they could do it to Ye, one of the richest, most powerful artists alive, imagine how easy it was to target Aaron. And now, even Kanye's warnings sound less crazy and more like prophecy.
A piece of the puzzle I discovered in my research were the claims that Kanye West was making about Harley Pasternak, who is a personal trainer for Ye, and he was also a personal trainer for Aaron Carter. And Ye is openly accusing Harley Pasternak of being not only a celebrity handler, but also responsible for what happened to Aaron. He thinks that he was the guy that went in there and set this up to look like he basically overdosed and accidentally unalived himself. And his claims for this is that Harley Pasternak made threats to Ye about putting him in such a seduced state and under a conservatorship that he wouldn't even know like what was going on. And he even says something along the lines of like family gatherings won't be the same, or like time with your kids won't be the same, something like that. But I've got the clip. It's really crazy.
Pastor, they follow me to the fucking hotel. Then they kill Aaron Carter, and now they acting like they won't clear the Backstreet Boys sample. You get what I'm saying? Harley Pasternak Pusher, your trainer. Harley Pasternak, Jay-Z. You get what I'm saying?
The idea that there are sexual predators in power, not just in Hollywood, I think all across any place there's a boss with underlings in any corporation or any industry, you have a type of sexual politics that goes on that can slide in between appropriate ethics and decorum to inappropriate behavior to the point of harassment and sexual predatory behavior.
Well, I mean, I think people understand that, but the larger question is there a culture of complicity in Hollywood where women are afraid to speak up because they'll be blacklisted, men are afraid to speak up because either they're out of the same fear or they just think, well, this is the way the system works.
I think there are people that say, hey, this is how it works, pure and simple, and this is why I got into it, and this is why I have power. This is how it works, and you have to understand that. That does not carry the day. Complicity is also complicity. The people who know, well, look, this is how we do business, and that's what it's got to be done. I'm sorry it's like that. So beware. That's also present, without a doubt, but it does not carry the day. There's also people that were afraid to speak out, who were victims, that did not go forward, that signed, negotiated settlement deals of which a non-disclosure agreement was part and parcel to it. That also does not carry the day. So the dam has burst here in a big way.
If you thought the lawsuits against Diddy were bad, buckle up. New court documents accuse him of orchestrating twisted freak-off parties, complete with drugged victims, humiliating rituals, and grotesque abuse. Celebrities like Beyonce, Jay-Z, and LeBron James are named as witnesses. Joseph Manzaro's allegations are straight out of a horror script, drugged without consent, forced into degrading acts, paraded like a human prop. If these claims are true, Diddy wasn't just attending Hollywood's darkest parties, he was hosting them. And it's no longer just civil lawsuits, it's federal racketeering charges now, caught red-handed, and still trying to erase the evidence. Diddy's legal team fought to suppress security footage of him allegedly attacking Cassie Ventura in a hotel. They whined that CNN sped up and edited the footage. CNN clapped back instantly. We have the originals. Nice try. Diddy's lawyers tried to argue that showing the video would prejudice the jury. Translation, if the jury sees the truth, we're cooked. The judge didn't buy it. The footage will likely be seen. And when it does, it could single-handedly demolish Diddy's entire defense. And that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Combs wants that video or videos excluded from trial. And for that, we turn to his motion in limine to exclude video footage of that March 5th, 2016 incident. Motion in limine is a pretrial motion that aims at preventing evidence from coming into trial or limiting it in some way. And it starts by saying, quote, "There is no longer any dispute that the CNN footage from March 5th, 2016 at the Intercontinental Hotel offered by the government at 3 separate bail hearings is wholly inaccurate, having been altered, manipulated, sped up, and edited to be out of sequence. As indicated below, CNN paid Redacted, don't know who this person is, Redacted, for footage, copied that footage in unknown ways, presented that footage out of order, and destroyed the original. Accordingly, all the footage from CNN is inaccurate and inadmissible. As for the 2 items of footage filmed by an iPhone 6, those pieces of footage are inaccurate and admissible as well for the reasons set out below."
CNN has come out and said, we did not alter it. We did not change anything. And in fact, they're saying that they do have the original as well. So on multiple levels, Sean Combs' argument kind of falls flat because if it is sped up, and I think there is some degree of it's being sped up, if the original still exists, that can still be used as evidence against Sean Combs, not necessarily to the allegations of trafficking, RICO conspiracy, or the transportational purpose of prostitution, but to show that this is a force that it was used to keep victim number 1, who we believe to be Cassie in this video, under his control.
All be attacked on cross-examination. Their character will be impugned. They will attack the victims for not coming forward until Cassie Ventura came forward. How do you fix that? You find an outcry witness. What is an outcry witness? An outcry witness is someone the victim told about their at the time. So 10 years ago, I told you Sean Combs raped me at this party. I told you that then, but I never made a police report. That adds credence, credibility to the victim's statement. So a lot of victims are going to be attacked because they continued in a seemingly friendly relationship with Combs. A lot of women do that. Your boss makes advances on you unwanted. What do? Quit and starve? There's a lot of reasons women maintain a relationship with the rapist. So we may lose credibility on a couple of witnesses, but the sheer number of them, I find it hard to believe that a jury will choose to disbelieve all of these ladies and choose to believe Sean Combs.
This isn't about one man's downfall anymore. It's about an entire system collapsing under the weight of its own filth. Aaron Carter, Justin Bieber, Kanye West, Cassie Ventura, Joseph Manzaro, each name another crack in the fortress Hollywood built to protect its monsters. For decades, victims were gaslit, ignored, bought off. But the dam has finally broken, and the flood is unstoppable. Diddy's empire is crumbling. Hollywood's fake smiles are cracking, and the children they crushed are finally being heard. And trust me, this is only the beginning.
In a strange way, you know.
Like Robin Big.
Yeah, it's like exactly.
I'm big and you're Robin.
Yeah. No, I mean, to a lot of us, he's like a little brother. You know what I'm saying? He's not afraid to call and ask for advice. He's somebody that, in the industry-wise, the record industry is a strong family, and he's somebody that, you know, we definitely have our arms around, and we want to protect him because he's such genuinely a nice person besides his talent. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the greatest kids that you could ever know.
Justin, you know, Diddy bought his son a Bentley. Maybe, you know, he could buy you one also while you're
He
out.
got me a Lamborghini.
Oh, well, that's nice.
I haven't gotten it yet, though.
Yeah, I know. When is that coming, that Lamborghini? We talked about this last
He
time.
had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television. Apparently not. Everything ain't for everybody.
Guys.
I think that I was just, living in this shame, living in all this sort of stuff of my past, and I wasn't able to move on.
Do you think the person that the you of then was on a path of self-destruction?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I would have, for sure, 100%. Yeah. It would have been no bueno. It was bad. I don't know if I'd be alive, for sure. It was dark, but I want to definitely tell my story so that if that resonates to anybody, that they can hopefully learn from it.
Well, for me, you know, music comes from somewhere.
Right.
Maybe it comes from this youthful naivety and this desire to escape something. And then you get out there in front of the world, and then it comes from a place of wanting more of it.
Yeah. I mean, just think about how young I was and so impressionable. And you have everybody telling me how awesome I am at all times, you know? And like, I just want people to understand, like, the psychology behind why I potentially could have problems in my life. So, yeah, thank you for being here and helping me tell that story. But yeah, just protecting those moments because people take for granted encounters, and I just want to protect her, you know? I don't want her to go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody. Yeah, if she ever needs me, I'm just a call away.
Do you realize how important your story is? Every time I have a conversation with someone who's been through this unique type of experience, I'm searching for some kind of truth that can help.
I commend you for going there and asking the tough questions and the things that people don't want to talk about, and they don't want to go there because it's revealing, and I want people to take a look at my story, and hopefully my words can make a difference.
Do you rather have to be naked on stage during one full song, or drink a cup of blended worms? Answer, Justin Bieber.
I have like little girl fans. I can't go.
Okay, imagine that.
You know, I got bullied.
Hey, this is a brand new.
Has your mom given you the sex talk yet? I mean, like, I really don't want to have that conversation with my mother. Yeah. Like, I've kind of had it with my father.
You want to hear? Oh, really? See, my parents never gave me the sex talk.
Okay.
That last one is really just the sickest, asking
a young teenage boy whether or not he's had the sex talk. Like, he's doing a media hit on a radio, and she's asking him as one of the questions, like, have you had the sex talk? This is Hollywood for you.
Aaron Carter warned us. He wasn't crazy. He was a victim screaming into the void, and the industry made sure his voice was the last thing anyone heard. But now, his warnings are echoing louder than ever. The House of Lies is burning, and it's only just getting started. Stay tuned, because the story you've heard today, it's just the tip of the iceberg. If you found this video eye-opening, smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because we're about to go even deeper.